also wonder that, I sit for hours sometimes, no, all the time, trying to find pictures to try and depict and to say and explain what it is. They have an apple, is an, and today's story and is about an incident just like that. And so I'm going to. When the inhabitants of Gibeon heard that what Joshua had done to Jericho and Ai, they and moldy. And they went to Joshua to the camp at Gilgal. Make a covenant with you. But they said to Joshua, we are your servants. I mean, can you imagine the picture? There's donkeys. The donkeys all looking for the Lord, one ear up, one down. And they go in and they're trapsing along, and their sandals are in bad condition, and their clothes are in bad condition, and everything talks about a people that have traveled for miles and miles and miles. And so what had actually happened, a prelude to that, God had given an instruction to Joshua to utterly destroy and annihilate all the people of Canaan. Now you think, oh, that's a bit harsh. I mean, why would a loving God go in and tell his people to destroy peoples around them? You see, those people worshipped false gods. Those people worshipped idols. Those people would have an influence on the Israelites. And for God, the only way to overcome that was to ensure that there'll be no remnant, nothing left that would influence his people in the negative way, that they would serve a foreign god. So these guys come along, and the ruse is all there, looking all sad. I'm sure we've met people like that. They come along and they go, oh, can you please help out? Remember when I was in California a few years ago, and there was a board with a blanket and a signboard and a bowl. Whoever owned that blanket, bowl, and signboard didn't actually bother to just beg. He left it there and said, please put some change in here. So I don't know if he had some kind of a franchise going, or a multi-level marketing, or just more than one branch. But he thought it was a good idea just to leave boards, blankets, and bowls with a sign to say to people, oh, I'm homeless. I can tell you, there's been many times in my life where we've been homeless, where we've lived in people's garages. Even as a child, we lived in people's garages. And as a married man with children and a wife, we went through some very, very tough financial times, and we ended up without a home. But I want to tell you something about our God. He's a faithful God. We never ever had to do that. Put on old clothes, broken shoes, go there and take moldy bread and beg, because God is our provider. So the people of Israel said to them, okay, I'll tell you what, you can dwell with us. But no, they don't want to know that the time is coming. They've seen what happened to the other nations around them, and they have to make a plan. They are desperate to protect themselves. Here, a group of people whose intention right from the get-go was to deceive. They had to play a ruse in order to avoid the inevitable. And the inevitable was the Israelites were coming, and they were going to be annihilated. In a sense, it was a wrong and unacceptable thing to do, but given the circumstances, they felt they had to do whatever it took to protect themselves and their people. And if we are brutally honest, each one of us at some stage in our life have done exactly the same thing. And I want to give you a nice example. You're looking for a new position, a new job. You see the ad. You contact the company. They say, come in for an interview. Oh, you're super excited. Now, you may have a perfect working record. And your skills may be over the top. But some people don't have everything that's required for that position. So, when you sit down for the interview, you'll add some stuff, bolster it up a little bit. If you had 10 people under you, you'll say, I was in charge of a whole team of people. Now, the team may have been a team of 2 or a team of 10, but we'll bolster it up a bit. And if there's been occasions at your work that have not been favorable, we would have a tendency to leave those things out because we want this new guy to think of us as the absolute answer for that position. So we'll add in stuff and we'll take stuff away. Or another example is you get invited to dinner and you're sitting down and you're quite excited, you're super hungry, you made sure you didn't eat the whole day, and you're excited about this meal that's coming. And the host or hostess so excited, they come along with a little bowl and they open that and you look in and you think, oh my gosh. And there's goat's eyes in there and there's all other funny parts in there and you just think, oh my hat. Now my wife will tell you, I'm like that. You show me food that's not so cool, suddenly I'm not hungry. No, man, I'm fine. Soda will be fine. Just give me water. Oh, it's good. I'm good at that. Because I can't really eat food that looks back at me. No, I can't. It's just too much. Even with prawns, I don't want to see the head. Take the head off. I'm happy with that. And so now you have to start eating this food because you don't want to be impolite. And you don't want to be rude. And so you're eating. And I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but as that food passes your teeth, it's a straight swallow. It's not let's chew and savor the flavor. No, it's in, out, and gone. And at the end of the evening, that was a marvelous dinner. Thank you so much. No, I'll make you some more you can take home. No, it's good. Or how about if we go to somebody's funeral and we're all standing around the graveside, and this person may have not been the best father and the best husband. He may not have been the best colleague or co-worker. And you stand there, and they say, has anybody got a few words to say about Paul? Paul, he was a fine man. Loving father, hard work. And we lie through our teeth. Because we do not want to be put in a situation so we are much just like the Gibeonites. Joshua 9:14-16 says this. But did not ask counsel of the Lord. So Joshua made peace with them and made a covenant with them to let them live. And the rulers of the congregation swore to them. And it happened at the end of 3 days after they had made a covenant. But he's leading the people. Everything done is, Lord, unless you go before us, we will not move.